YouTubers, I've got another review for you. I recently saw this on a pre-release. I think it's been available in short bursts elsewhere, but for the money I thought I'd give it a go. And what it is a Kuro winding tool. Now, the purists amongst you will go, oh yeah, but it's all, if you don't wind it on a screwdriver, then it's not worth having. I agree with you in a lot of cases. I do think that, you know, winding on screwdrivers mean you can do your do all different things. You can do different types of coils. You can do possibly a lot of people just like feeling how they're doing it. But it was £5.49, and I've heard a lot of people talking about them, and you can't really have an opinion on things unless you have a go. So I've got one, and it does make things ridiculously easy. I've got to tell you, it's a cheat, but my Christ, it's an easy one. So I've made a couple of coils on it today, so I'll show you what I've been up with, and I'll take you through what the unit is itself. I apologise for any dirty fingernails that I've got. I was up awfully late last night finishing my box mod and doing a bit more on various mods today, so I've got all sorts of muck and munk under my nails. Anyway, let's move on. Men. So, what have we got? Let me have a vape first. Okay, let's see. I'm using the laptop camera, so we'll move you down, just give you a lovely view of my stomach, and we'll see where we're at. Okie dokie. So, here we have it. This is the box that it comes in. Now, I believe people like Fastech are actually doing a multi-pack, if you like. So for sort of £3 or £4 you can get 3 different winding tools. Now, I'll explain why there's multiple different tools. There's other options available as well. There's other tools where you've got more options, but let me tell you what we've got with this one. Taken out of the pack, it comes in a plastic bag, but this is your tool. Ooh, cheeky. You see it says Kuro Concepts on there. It's got the CW25. Now, this is a 2.5mm post here. That's the winding post. They do a 2mm and a 3mm as well, I think. I can check on the facts and put it under the details of my video, but that's the I chose to go for the middle one. It's not quite a micro coil, I don't think, but yeah. Anyway, it just seemed to go for the middle one and see what you got to play with. So this is what you get. It's made of aluminium, I would imagine. It's been powder coated and logoed up. Now, here you've got, on this part, you've got the 1 and you've got the 2. Now, the reason that is because you'll see that one of these screws, this one, is further away from the center hole than the other one. So that means if you're using a thicker wire, you can use this one, because you only use one of these at a time. So you can use this one as opposed to this one. Now, what I've done today is I've rolled a few different types of coils with it, and I'll show you that I've only actually gone to the thick setting, if you like, to the number 2 once, and that was for a twisted coil, but I'll show you those at the end. So let me show you how it works. What I'm going to do is, oh sorry, I should probably tell you, this post is annoying purely because there are other products available where this post is removable. That is going nowhere. Now, as far as I know, there is no Allen key in there, much like some of the other options available. You don't know if that will focus, but you can see that hole, it is angled. So I would very much doubt I've had a sort of dig around and I can't find anything. And also that does look like it's kind of well and truly stuck in there with some black glue or something. But yeah, that's not going anywhere. So it's just a bit of a pain in the arse really when you want to be able to take that out and position the coil in your in your rebuildable, you know. But anyway, that aside, the other minor annoyance I've got with it is if you put that in your pocket like that, it's not going to stay like that all the time. That's going to happen, and you can guarantee that bad boy, that part is going to get lost somewhere, and that is going to annoy the piss out of you. So I would have imagined a little magnet in there, maybe. Just, it doesn't need much, but just enough juice to hold it together. Something along those lines possibly could have been good, but you know, there you go. £5, £5.50, and you get to have a play. So let's see what we've got. I am going to use, what gauge am I going to use? I'm going to use a 22 gauge wire from Stealth Vape. And so we will be using the closest pin, the number 1. Now these are brilliant. I've seen some reviews about people saying, you know, fantastic idea, it's great for people that haven't got proper sort of dexterity or not dexterous enough to be able to build coils, which is fabulous. But they, you know, these little grub screws, they come in the top there. There is an Allen key top on them, but it doesn't come with an Allen key. So unless you've got a dinky tiny little Allen key, that's going to do you no favours at all. So you've got to try and get the buggers out. And after building a couple of mods and stabbing myself and putting super glue on my fingers and setting fire to myself and doing various bits and bobs, my fingertips are rubbish. So trying to get hold of these is a bit of a mare. But there you go. They're not particular to the 1 or the 2. So if you lose one, I would imagine it's not the end of the world. Oh, no, you lost that one then. Okie dokie. So using number 1, where's the camera gone? There it is. Number 1 on there, and that's just going to be to do the 22 gauge, keeping it nice and close to the hole. What do we got here? We've got this hole here that I was complaining about not having a grub screw in. That feeds the wire up and coming out of the hole next to the post. So here's my wire. Straighten out a little bit. I've found that you don't actually have to do too much straightening with these. I'm just doing it so I don't poke my eye out whilst I'm coiling it. But nice and simple. So put this sideways. There we go. Can you see that? So the wire goes in that hole there and pokes out. You can see that moving out at the post. That pokes out there. Can do it the other way. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, break all the rules. Okay, so go there. A quick twist around the base, and we're ready to get going. Now I've folded that piece down here so I can keep a hold of that with my thumb. And there you go. Here, on top of the post, centre hole obviously, top of the post, and simply press it in and start turning it. Oops. No, I should have made this wire shorter. Right. I'm not going to worry about counting how many wires I'm doing, how many twists I'm doing, but this is just to give you an idea about how easy it is. Okay, and then when you finish the amount of wraps you want to do, finish so the rebound finishes with that pin somewhere near the entrance point, and pull it off, and there you go. Uno coilo. A little bit of a quick pull out, bosh, like that. The old pliers on it, just to straighten that. But that is a nice closely wound, where's the camera? There we go. A closely wound coil that you can put in and you're not going to have to muck about with too much. Not really any kind of major trying to squeeze things together. It does work on thinner wire. Obviously you've got a little bit more rebound, but I've done all manner of different coils on this tonight. What I've got to show you, hello, nice to see you. Right, that one, let's say, is the 22. I have done a twisted 32 gauge. This is all manked up and gunky now. That's on my troll there. I did that with that as well on the number 1 setting. Absolutely fine and dandy, no problems whatsoever. And so I wanted to give it a bit of a test, and I had to go to the number 2 setting for this. But that bad boy is a twisted 22. So you've got a lot more beef to that one, but still it coiled it up nice and easily, and you can see that oh, I'll get my little eye there. Look. Ooh, I see you, I see you. You can twist a nice thick solid coil on there. It does make twisting ridiculously quick, precise and spot on. When I first had a go, I had the first coil much like this one, this 22 gauge, just to see how it rocked, and then I decided I was going to have a little bit of a muck about, and I got, where are we? Oops. On my Mutant X, I decided I was going to do a silly coil just because it was late at night and I should have known better. But look at those bad boys, look. I haven't finished getting them all lined up and everything as yet. But, you know, it's just a bit of a stupid build. It just meant, though, rather than wrapping the coils and getting sore fingers and wrapping 8 coils, kind of one after the other, put them in, wind them up, and it was all done in less than 10 minutes. The time was then spent trying to get the buggers back on the, or get them in the post holes. But there you go. So, in summary, this little bad boy, it's a nice little invention. It certainly makes things quicker. Yes, it's a cheat. Yes, it's, you know, you're spending money for old rope when you can, you know, everyone's got a screwdriver they can use for free. But it's a nice, easy way, and especially for people that are just getting into vaping and are getting into rebuildables, that's quite a solid little unit to get into building a decent, tight little coil. So to get a nice, solid result like that, one of them, couple of minutes, wallop, done. No special skills required, no permits, and most of all, no experience. But there you go. I hope that helps you a little bit. Interesting piece of kit. Oh, where did I get it from? I got it from Psychotic Vaping. I haven't used them for anything else as yet, but yeah, Psychotic Vaping, psychoticvaping.bigcartel.com. Is that right? I'll put the link on my page. Like I say, I believe that there's a whole bunch of other people that are offering them at the moment, and there's various different concepts. Like I say, this one's got the 2.5mm post. You can get other sizes. You can get a pack with all 3 of them in, or you can get other units with that actually has changeable posts, I believe, and I think it's grub screws holding them in. So if you're interested, give it a go. Give one a go. Give it a little bit of a blat. It does make things easy, and we all have a little bit of laziness in us at some point, so why the hell not? Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy your vaping.